bunch of strength to try to get some help. Named Josh Hughes. Well, Josh Hughes wasn't very grateful for the help that he got. He got me kicked out of my shop and him kicked out of my shop, and I had to spend a bunch of money moving my stuff into storage, and I hurt my back doing so. Brandon Ratner was aware of it. He was aware that I was trying to buy a vehicle from him, a Chevy S10. I already gave him $200. I had most of the money that I needed. Most of the money that I needed to pay off that truck as a birthday present to myself. I was going to buy that truck. That's right, I was going to buy myself a vehicle so that I can fucking work. God damn it! But no, Brandon's a selfish piece of shit! I'm not hating on him for not selling that fucking truck. I'm pissed off that he never fucking came forward about it. I'd already given him 200 fucking bucks for that truck. I paid him another 200 bucks to help me move out of Chapel, Nebraska. I paid $149 that I had to sell my vehicle to pay for gas so Brandon and his girlfriend at the time, Veronica Randall, could come see me and pick me up in Buffalo, Wyoming. This was before Natalie was killed. I paid him 200 bucks to help me move my stuff on more than one occasion. I paid him money after Tabby and her boyfriend fucking said that, yeah, I can take my stuff over there and I can have a place in peace and quiet and fucking work on that stuff. And Graham Milborn was going to help me and so on and so forth. And why did I have to depend on those people? Because Brandon Redner hadn't come forward about a goddamn thing. He never tried. He was too busy talking over to listen. You have to make the call with me. Because when they lie to me and say it's not their job, you have to verify it. Otherwise, I'll get dismissed. That's how this fucking works, you piece of shit. It's not that I never tried to get help. It's that I had selfish pieces of shit like Brandon. He'll throw it in my face, all the stuff he did for me, huh? Yeah, for what? What was the purpose in doing those things, Brandon? Why did I need that fucking help? Did I pay you for that help? Or did I expect you to do it for free? Literally everything that you did after Natalie was killed cut me off from help and fucking resources, you piece of shit! Because what I needed from you is for you to tell the fucking truth! But you're just gonna downplay how fucking important it was that I was trying to get help stopping abuse! I guess it's a whole minute till he's at lunch.
Dude,
I am really, really trying hard to get you to understand that I am a fucking human being, god damn it. 7 fucking years of this, Brandon, god damn it. 7 fucking years of hell because you didn't come forward ever. You don't answer your goddamn phone. You just fucking ignore me, you piece of shit. Don't claim to be somebody's friend if you ain't. Brandon never hears what the fuck I'm going through because he's too busy talking about him. That is how people let you know they don't give a fuck who hurts you. They're just gonna talk about them. Brandon was there for multiple situations after Natalie's death. If these fucking pieces of shit would have come forward and admitted I was trying to get help, turning in fucking abuse. But not one of these motherfuckers tried that, did they? No. They wanted to play fucking stupid, just like Brandon. Meanwhile, I can't fucking take care of myself. He wants to talk about how, oh, he has to work. No, he doesn't. He fucking doesn't. He wants to talk about how he doesn't get enough playtime. Well, fuck his goddamn playtime. I don't get any. I literally can't take care of myself. Instead of Brandon Ratner trying to fucking understand, he wants me to understand his excuses. No! When your is being fucking abused, you turn it in right away! With the fucking victim! You piece of shit! And you won't let me say that! You're just gonna fucking argue! Any fucking excuse! But it's fine, isn't it? Of course it is. I'm not a person to him. Only his bullshit matters. You know what makes it bullshit? The fact that he doesn't come forward in court about it. Oh, you couldn't be a friend because you had to work, but you couldn't come forward about it, so I got treated like I made it up, you piece of shit! Just like every motherfucker like you who pretended to care! You're gonna throw it in my face, the money that you spent on me. After I had to literally flee the state of Colorado from abuse by law enforcement and your fucking friends, Brandon Ratner, you piece of shit! Don't tell me about how you're a good man, you're a fucking coward and nothing else. See if this thing will start. Fucking goddamn it. I already heard the fucking story about him fucking having to clean up glass. I already fucking heard it. You know what? No matter what, it's gonna be some fucking fucking time out and be a friend. Be a real goddamn friend. Instead of digging in for excuses to do jack shit. You fucking coward. Like I said, it wasn't the bullies that pushed me to suicide. It was my fucking friends! No matter what, everything is more important than me. Getting drunk on the weekend is more important. You know what? Everything is more important than a human life to Brandon Ratner. He's shown that for 8 goddamn years. You want to throw shit in my face as if I didn't ever give you credit for doing those things. I gave you credit when you did it, you son of a bitch! And for literally years, I got treated like I made it up until you wanted to throw it in my face like a piece of shit. Like I never spoke up! See, that's the thing about pretending to be somebody's fucking friend. If all you give a shit is about you every fucking time, it would be so fucking easy for them to make a fucking call with me! God damn it! It's 11:10 here. That should make it 12:10 where he's at. Let's see if he'll answer.
Three, 0, 3.
You know why I know so much about these people who claimed that they cared, claimed they were going to help me? Because every time they were gonna help me, they ended up talking about them. Yeah, some fucking friend, right? It don't make no goddamn sense for you guys to be such fucking selfish pieces of shit. Like, between helping the fucking victim and talking about yourself, one of those things makes you a piece of shit. He's gonna. No, he's never fucking gonna. He's just gonna let people fucking hurt me. Because he's too much of a coward to come forward with me. I don't believe a single one of the literally dozens of people who claim that they tried to turn these crimes in. I don't believe a single goddamn one of them, because not a single goddamn one has produced even a shred of fucking evidence. Not fucking one of them. Not Brandon Ratner, not Carl Rogers, nobody. They just expect me to believe their fucking false claims. See, none of these people wanted to follow instructions. They wanted to pretend like they were my friends, but they were only pretending. Did Brandon Ratner ever speak up about the situation with going to Wyoming? No, he didn't. Instead, he treated me like shit. I was thankful he did that. But he never fucking spoke up. Every time it's about him. And some new girlfriend that he thinks he's gonna get. Like, dude, could you, I don't know, stop chasing tail long enough to be a fucking decent person? Like, the dude literally ditched me 4 separate times when he could have been the difference between this abuse stopping or it continuing as it has. And on all 4 of those occasions, there was a vagina that he was chasing. Oh, Sean, I really like this girl. You understand? Fuck you, Brandon. Where the fuck is she now? Where are any of those 4 girls, huh, Brandon? They fucking used you and threw you away. This guy thought he was going to go to fucking Texas for some chick he just met. Right? Thinking about having a future with her. What'd she do? Well, Brandon drove her and her shit and all that down to Texas, and he came back alone. What did he fucking expect was going to happen? Let's try calling him again.
Three, 0, 3, 8, 7, 5, 7.
Oh. At least I don't do it from a restricted number. Because I'm not a coward. I also don't know how.
Three, zero, three.
Sean,
You there, Brandon?
I am
Is it lunchtime yet?
working through my lunch today because I have too much shit to get done.
Dude, I literally can't take care of myself, and that reputation from that stuff with Natalie follows me everywhere I go. I am harmed everywhere I go. I still need to turn in the fact that I was harmed because my friends and family wouldn't help me to turn it in. We can turn it in from anywhere. The abuse that I'm enduring over that needs to be turned in. When I call you for help. Do I call you to ask you to threaten people or to ask you to harm Natalie? Did I ever call you and ask you to harm Natalie or to stalk Natalie or anything like that? Every person that I reached out to for help, I reached out to for help stopping abuse, Brandon. See, the abuse continues as long as everyone's too busy. Instead of pawning me off on services that are supposed to help, which is what everybody does, how about calling the services with me and helping to explain it? All the stuff that you got mad at me for not saying, I said all those things when they happened. All the good things that you ever did. All the things that you said you were going to do. I need your help turning this in. I need you to listen to understand, please, Brandon. My predators were allowed to do anything they wanted from any jurisdiction, including shipping me around from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. These things are very clear violations of the law, and I've got recordings now of literally thousands of these things, Brandon. When I get harassed, people are threatening to kill me and my friends and family, calling me up at all hours of the night, accusing me of doing shit that I didn't do. Please make the time, Brandon. I'm stuck in a parking lot with a non-functional vehicle now. And you know what? All of this could have been averted by one friend actually caring before Natalie died, or even after, to actually listen to understand and help turn it in. Instead of everyone telling me they don't have time, if you cared, you'd want me to stop being harmed. I made the time for you when your brother disappeared. I made the time for a lot of people when their families disappeared or went missing. I made that time immediately. Nobody has made that time immediately with me. And now I have to go back through all of this and show that I was trying to get help every step of the way. Because none of you who I went to for help have tried to come forward with me. When you said that you went to the cops, you know what? You didn't go to the cops with me or get any evidence that you did so, and neither did anyone else who claimed that they did. And my instructions from the lawyers very specifically was to go to my friends and family and turn it in together. Can you please make the time, Brandon, please? Before everything is taken from me again and I have nothing.
So, realize you said I didn't make the time for you immediately and I didn't drop everything. Now realize there was a time, it's not anymore, but there was a time when I was half your age, when I did stop everything and make the time for it. I realize that maybe at that time it's what you said you wanted, maybe it's not what you needed. Regardless, I certainly did drop everything and make the time.
And I admitted that you did those things, and I was grateful for those things. But after Natalie was killed, no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all, because you didn't speak up about those things. You didn't speak up with me about those things, and I got treated in court like everything that I said was a lie. I wasn't even allowed to speak in court. I wasn't even allowed to show up at most of my court dates because I didn't have a friend or family member who would admit that I went to him for help. No matter what, it's, hey, well, you know what? This thing that happened years ago, I'm going to throw this in your face because I threw you in the dirt recently. That's the thing, Brandon. For all of 2017, I reached out to all of you because I was being harmed. And in 2018, I reached out to you again. All of the things that you did, I admitted to be grateful for those things, and I did speak up. I absolutely did. With literally hundreds of people who said that they were going to help me. I spoke up about the help that they said they were going to provide, but they didn't. I understand that when you were younger, that you did things for me. And you know what? I paid you for those things. I paid you to help me move. I needed you to speak up about the fact that those were true things that happened. When I came to you for help about the abuse all the way in 2017, like I'd already gone through like 6 months of that by the time we got to speak. The cops claim that I didn't try to get help. The evidence that I've been trying to send you shows that I did. When people say they can't do anything because I'm in a different state, yes, they can. All of this started over slander that I tried to get help stopping all the way in 2016. And repeated assaults when I'd go to Boulder to see my friends. When I saw you at the park there in Boulder before the situation in Virginia. When I said that you helped to get out of Virginia, that I did call you for help while I was still in Virginia in 2016. I got treated like I made that up. I had to go public because all of you that were my friends, that I went to before Natalie was killed, all of you were always too busy, no matter what, too busy. No matter who assaulted me, you couldn't even hear that I was assaulted because you were too busy telling me you were too busy. And it's the same to this day with every one of you always telling me that you're too busy. All of the money that you spent after Natalie died, you didn't need to spend that money after Natalie died. You could have simply come forward with the truth with me. When I called all these places, I called the right places. But they all blew me off and told me that I was calling the wrong place. I've been sent in circles for 7 years because not one of my friends is making the calls with me and actually speaking up about how horrible it is because they don't have to experience it. All they got to do is make it a fucking pissing contest. Oh, Sean, I'm too busy. There was a time that I called you guys to... Go ahead.
Have I really told you that I'm too busy once?
Dude, you keep telling me how busy you are.
Yeah, well, I am very damn busy. I didn't say that I was too busy. Just because I'm busy doesn't mean that I don't have the time or patience for it, and yet we're going in circles here, no?
I know. That's because literally nobody is called to help me to turn in the stuff with Natalie from years ago. The fact that it is not true. The fact that I literally had to break the law because my friends and family wouldn't make the time. It's not that they couldn't make the time, it's that they wouldn't make the time. They wouldn't make the time before Natalie was killed to go in with me and turn it in. None of my friends who know that I don't do drugs would come with me to turn it in.
So what's going on with my vehicle?
Do what?
What's going on with the vehicle?
I don't know. I turn the key over, it doesn't start.
Does it make a clicking noise? Do the dash lights come on?
The dash lights come on, it doesn't make a clicky noise though.
Do you have a battery gauge?
I do, and my battery's good. Maybe I should send you some screenshots of how people treat me. All right, I have to go online to try to turn this in and hope that somebody there will help. So hope that somebody there will listen to the conversations between you and I from way back at the very beginning of my channel. And hope that they'll help to turn it in. You know, between calling it in with a friend when something happens or having to record conversations with them, find a place to download those conversations onto the friggin' internet so that I can post it on the internet to show that I told the truth, that I did try to get help. Between them actually looking at the evidence and helping me to turn it in, where my friends and family won't, unless I pay them a bunch of money. And then even after spending the money, they don't come forward about the fact that, yeah, I spent all of my money trying to get help, for the cops to claim that I never tried to get help. I literally had to break the law. I had to literally light a fire to get help. I literally had to threaten people back to get help because not one of my friends would do anything except make excuses not to try or be contrarian. Literally, the only way for a disabled and at-risk adult to turn it in is with a friend or family, especially if we're homeless. Just like when somebody disappears, it is important to get the word out right away. And I have to beg people to this day to speak up about the things that many people throw in my face when they're angry because I'm saying they didn't help because they didn't come forward and speak. The police said that none of you tried to help, that I didn't try to get help. Meanwhile, I have evidence of where all of my money went. It went to paying to run around all these different places that the government wanted me to go because they were busy trying to frame me for a murder I didn't commit. Meanwhile, my friends were too busy telling me what to do, what to think, and what to feel. Is it right if I send you some screenshots of just stuff from today? The thing is, if I don't get to turn in my predators, I was stalked by a lot of people, and I still am. They still make Natalie Bollinger things, and I still scream at the top of my lungs and curse. You know what? When I talk nicely, I got talked over. Now I'm verbally abusive, and people don't like it. I never wanted to be verbally abusive. I never wanted to treat people like that. I never wanted to treat people the way that I'm treated. People pretend that this is just about Natalie's death, but it's not. It's about all of the abuse that I've had to endure before and after. And it wasn't those bullies harming me and assaulting me and threatening to kill me and threatening to kill my family that was the ultimate deciding factor. It was all of my friends talking over me and telling me about their problems like I'm their therapist, while I'm trying to turn in the fact that I have to risk my life to go to Boulder, Colorado to see any of you people at that point. I still deal with people who want to talk over me and say, well, they found her killer. Yeah, I know. I announced it a day before anybody else did. I try showing all of you the evidence of what actually happened. That's what I've been trying to do this whole time, is get people to look and speak up, which is what I'm supposed to do. Like, I've followed the protocol. They can walk over me and treat me like I'm an autistic retard if I have to go in alone. And I don't know how many times I've had to explain that. Does nobody understand that it's not just Natalie dying, that I am being harmed every single day, that I have been harmed financially, I have been harmed physically, not physically or mentally or financially take care of myself because of these things? I had to go to mental health workers alone because, see, here's the thing. If you go in with a friend or family member who's aware of you, who knows you, then they can explain what's going on instead of the police getting to blow you off and pretend it's a mental health thing. And then mental health gets to blow you off. Work together, but they won't without a friend or a family member who goes in right away. And I don't expect any of the literally hundreds who claim that they would help me. I don't expect any of them to admit that they didn't help me how I needed. If your sister was raped today and she got a hold of you today, would you tell her you're too busy? Or would you help her turn it in right away? I'm going to send you some screenshots since you're apparently busy. I'll send you the screenshots just from today, just from one video. Ragnarok Ouroboros typed, "Why do you need to turn in evidence? The case is already closed." No, the case isn't already closed. There was no case ever open about the abuse that I've been enduring since over a year before Natalie was killed. Nobody ever tried opening a case because I had to go in alone. Because people like Brandon Ratner thought I was his fucking therapist and just wanted to talk about his women problems with his girlfriend. So Ragnarok Ouroboros. The case isn't closed. The abuse that I'm still dealing with. I never get to get a case opened, and I continue taking the abuse, dumbass.